What's up, YouTube and Facebook? It's your boy C2C72. Before I start, just want to let you know I'm under the weather. Come to find out, not only did I have reverse motion sickness after getting off the ship, after getting back home from me and my wife's cruise, I also caught influenza A. So yeah, that's why my voice sounds raspy, and I sound like the black Gavin Newsom, that garbage California governor. But I digress. This is part two. Excuse me. The review of my cruise on the Carnival Elation. So yeah, excuse me. Uh, um, basically, um, just wanted to get it part two because I didn't really tell you a lot. I didn't expound on a lot more things that went on uh, for the cruise that me and my wife cruise that we had to go through. Uh, Excuse me if I sound kind of lost or whatever, is because I I'm really under the weather badly. Uh, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seven subtopics that I'll be talking about on this thing. The first one is going to be about the embarkation to the ship. It's basically from getting to the ship, checking in to get into the ship. Um, uh, Getting to the ship was very easy. It was somewhat confusing because, like I said, it was me and my wife's first time going on a cruise. But once we found where we needed to go and what we had to do, and plus me doing my research months in advance, because I've looked on YouTube and followed some people like LifeWithUSTV. Is a black couple that goes on plenty of cruises. Most of the cruise liners they get onto is Carnival, Royal Caribbean, and I think they've been on 2 Virgin cruises. So I'm pretty sure they've done a lot more, but those are the main 3 that I've came across that I keep running into and they talk about. And they gave me a lot of good information. Uh, I can't remember the woman's name, but the dude's name is Stanley. He got this full beard, just like, I mean, he has a full beard. He always wears a cap on his head too. But they're both funny, especially Stanley. He's funny, but they give you a lot of information how to prepare yourself when getting on a cruise and what to do and what not to do on a cruise. So you should, if you're about to go on a cruise or if you haven't been on a cruise for a while, basically go on YouTube and on the search bar just type out "Life with Us TV" and you'll see a black couple, um, and they'll give you good quality information. There are other YouTubers too that I follow, but those they were the main ones that I like to follow and listen to. Getting back to the embarkation. So, we drove up to the porter uh, to drop off our luggage. Now, before you even get to that point, um, within a week of when it's time for you to go on your cruise, the Carnival web application opens up. Basically, wants you to check in like a week in advance. It'd be smart of you to do that as soon as it opens up. As soon as it opens up. Um, the reason why I say that because the sooner you check in, you can actually pick and choose what time you want to check in. Um, uh, when I checked in, I chose 11:30 to check in. Because the reason why I chose 11:30 instead of earlier, because you don't get to your stateroom. Your stateroom is not available to you until 1:30, because they're still doing other preparations to the rooms, cleaning and all that other good stuff. So I could have chose like 12:30 or some other time, but I didn't want to be that late. I just wanted to use that time to be able to get on the ship, and so me and my wife could walk around and explore the ship. So by the time we explored probably even 50% of the ship, our room would be ready for us to access to. So getting back to checking in on the app, uh, it opens up, you check in, you check the time you want to check in, and they tell you step by step what you need to do. And then they give you an attachment that they want you to print out, especially your luggage tags. You print out the luggage tags so you can put that onto your suitcases. Now, LifeWithUSTV, and there was another YouTuber. I can't remember her name. It was a white female, older. I want to say she's older. She's probably around my age. She gave. I want to say LifeWithUSTV also does this. They give you a link to Amazon to where you can buy the plastic seals, whatever you want to call it, to put on the handle of your suitcases, so that way you take the paper luggage tag and put it into those little plastic pockets, and it protects the paper so it doesn't tear or gets lost easily. When it comes to transporting from your car to the porter, and when the porter takes your luggage onto the ship up to your room, because you just like when you go on a plane, you see them, because I've seen them plenty of times. They just sling your luggage onto the carts. They don't place them in there; they sling them. So, yeah. So when we got to the porter, also, if you're going on a cruise anytime soon, whatever, always have some type of cash on you. Regular cash. The reason why I say that, so you can actually tip the porter. You ain't got to, but trust and believe you want to tip them. Because if you tip them, they might be a little bit nicer to your stuff. You get my drift? So, that's what I did. I tipped my porter. I gave him, I think it was, $5. Yeah, I gave him a $5 tip. So, yeah. And sometimes if you tip them, they might be a little bit more nicer to get your bags quicker to your stateroom. Carnival also says that you could, to me this is be stupid on your part, you could take your luggage with you. Your luggage and your carry-on, which if you watched my videos earlier, I had a backpack. That was my carry-on. But who wants to haul around a luggage, your suitcases, even though they got wheels on them? But if you're waiting for your stateroom forever, you got to have all that stuff with you until that stateroom opens up. So it would just be easier to just give your suitcases to the porter. Excuse me, so they can take it up to your room, so you don't have to worry about it. The embarkation after that went, because I purchased a rental car. I didn't want to do a Uber or a Lyft or anything like that, because I know it's going to cost me an arm and a leg for them to drive me and my wife from the hotel that we were staying in to the port where the ship was. And then when we got back home, I'll have to jump on the Uber app or the Lyft app and hopefully be able to get someone to Uber us back to our hotel. And then also had to use Uber or Lyft to Uber us to the airport. No. I don't like. I'm the type of person. I don't like depending on people to take me where I want to go. You know what I'm saying? If I want to go somewhere, I like to jump in my car and go where I from A to B, so I can do what I want to do and get back quickly. And then plus, if I did that, me and my wife would have been hurting because there was plenty of times. Thank God I did rent a rental car. There's times we had to make a quick stop to Walmart and buy some last minute purchases before the day of going to embark on the ship, because there was some stuff that we either forgot to get while we were at home or we left it at home. And most of the time it's something that we forgot that we did forgot to buy, something that we forgot to buy. So embarkation was very easy. Going through, you had to go through two checkpoints. One was security. You had to. There was the dog, so it could sniff to make sure you didn't have no illegal narcotics coming onto the ship. So the dog would sniff your luggage if you were stupid enough to have your luggage with you and your carry on. It's not like you had to stop and the dog do that. No, I guess these dogs. Look, I'm not a canine type person, but we just walk right past them, and I'm pretty sure if the dogs smell it, they will bark, and let the armed security guard know, hey, whoever so and so got something in their bag or on them. Period. So yeah, so went through that checkpoint for the dogs, and then also the metal detector, just like you had to do with the TSA getting on a flight. Same thing, same process, but you didn't have to take off your shoes or nothing like that. You just put the your carry-on bag onto the bin, so they can put it through the X-ray machine. Take off your watch, if you had a wedding band on, especially anything metal on you. Period. You take it off, you put it in the bin, and all that other good stuff. And you walk through the metal detector, and you're on your merry way. The second checkpoint, this is where I ran into a problem. The reason why I ran into a problem, because when I first purchased my Carnival tickets, I didn't buy the Faster to the Fun package. Faster to the Fun package is basically, I think I mentioned this earlier. I can't remember on the last video if I mentioned it or not. But Faster to the Fun is basically you get the head of the line privileges. So it wasn't stamped on my paper boarding pass, but it was on my digital copy of my boarding pass, because I purchased the Faster to Fun package, I think 2 or 3 months down the road after I purchased the tickets. Now, I bought the tickets to the ship, I want to say 6 months before we went on the ship. Yes, about 6 months before we went on the ship. So it was about 2 months out before it was time for me to get on the ship. And I decided to buy the Fast and Fun package, because I listened back to the YouTubers that I listened to. They said you should get it. So I went ahead and purchased it. It's not cheap, but it's worth the money. But I purchased it, but it was on my digital copy of my boarding pass, but not on my paper copy. So I ran into the problem when I got to the second checkpoint. This is when you're about to actually get to the ship to go up the gangplank, go up the walkway to get on the ship. There was 2 different lines. You had your regular general people line, the people that didn't have Faster to Fun, or they weren't platinum or diamond cruisers. Basically, those are the people that been on Carnival cruises multiple times, so they either diamond or platinum, or the people that bought suites. So when I got to the lady, she said, "Hey, me and my wife had to go onto the general line, the regular line." And I was like, "Excuse me," because there was a big sign that said Faster Fun, Diamond, Platinum, and Suite people go this way. And I was like, excuse me, ma'am, I bought faster than fun. She's like, I don't see that on your paper. And I was like, okay. Well, I opened up my phone and I showed her the digital copy, and she's like, no, you need that stamp on your paper. She's like, why is it not on your paper? It's not that it came off like she had an attitude, but it wasn't an attitude. I guess, she's been on her feet. And something about Jacksonville, I don't know what it is about the city of Jacksonville, but everywhere I went, they had nothing but old people. I mean, my mother's age working. Uh, where I went to get my rental car, the budget rental car, the people behind the desk, older women, slow as all get out. The security guards on the ship. I would say about a good portion of the security guards were all older people, women and men. I'm like, come on, man, what the hell? I'm like, are you serious? I was like, my skinny son cannot overtake these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of security they? And it's not like they were armed. So I'm like, they probably had like what, pepper spray. Something about the city of Jacksonville, they just had a bunch of older people working. So I had to deal with, I guess she was been on her feet for a long period of time, so she was getting a little bit, aggravated. But I didn't, me being an IT person, I kind of understand. And plus, there's no point of being nasty, because as soon as you get nasty with them, trust and believe, you're not going to get a good feedback. So I just remain civil, polite with the lady and everything. She said, well, okay, all right, I see that you should have it on your phone. Well, sir, ma'am, why don't you just go to the desk, and so they can take care of that for you. So you can actually get that on your paper copy, have that stamp on your paper copy. I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you actually be nice to people. You actually get a good response. Just because they're nasty to you don't mean you need to return in kind with them. Just give them, what did Janet Jackson said? Nicety. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what you want to freaking call it. But anyways, got that rectified. Got a new paper copy on our boarding pass, and plus also get our. I wish I had my card with me. I don't know what I freaking. I left it up. I left it in my master bedroom. But there's a card. Basically, it looks like a little credit card, but it's basically a count to your Carnival Hub account. If you saw my other previous videos, I talked about that account. That is what they give you after you show them your boarding pass. And on my boarding pass, at which the lady forgot, she didn't put that faster than fun stamp on me and my wife's card. Which also, I bought that from a little placeholder to put the card into with a lanyard. So that way, instead of holding it into your pocket, trust and believe, you want a lanyard, because that card gets you into your room when you want to buy specialty drinks. Any specialty drinks, they use the card. They use the QR code, the barcode on the card to basically scan your card, and to make sure because the system lets them know if this person got the Cheers package or any other type of package to where they don't have to pay, and they don't have to pay for their meal or their drinks, their alcoholic drinks or their other drinks like coffees or like my wife, she bought Monsters. Me and my wife, we bought the Cheers package, the drink package. So all that was free, but they still have to scan it to show that you got that package. So it still shows up on your account, but it says, they say, like, I bought, my favorite alcoholic drink is Tequila Sunrise. And it costed me $12. $12. And they give you a receipt. You got to basically fill out, you got to put your signature on the receipt and give it to the bartender, because they keep copies of all that. They keep account of all that. But on the receipt, it shows that the drink was $12. Then underneath, it says $12 minus $12, and my balance is zero because it's already been paid for because I paid for the Cheers package. So yeah, but she forgot to put her faster fun stamp on the card. So, but once I got the faster fun on the boarding pass, I showed the lady, went back to the lady, showed it to her, got into the head of the line, previous line, and got on the ship. No problems. Second topic, subtopic, housekeeping. Me and my wife's housekeeper was this guy, awesome guy. Very nice, very laid back. He took care of us. His name was Lloyd. Never. This guy was he was awesome. I can't say anything negative about him at all. There's nothing negative about him. And I can't give him enough praise for what he's done for me and my wife to keep our room nice and clean and make sure we were taken care of. I mean, every time he saw me and my wife, he knew us by name. And Gabe, the cruise director, he told us later down the road that these housekeepers, each housekeeper has at least 35 staterooms that they have to take care of. So you're talking about people that came by themselves, or they came with families, with you got the husband and wife and a bunch of kids. You got some people like me and my wife, you just couples. For some reason, Lloyd had no problems knowing my name. Even my wife's name. Every time he walked by, hey Emily, hey John. Every time. He said, hey Lloyd, how you doing, Lloyd? He said, hey, you good? You guys good? You need anything? Blah, blah, blah. Nah, Lloyd, we good. He's like, okay, just let me know when you need me. He left this little this little paper with his name on it and the phone number to housekeeping, which each stateroom has a phone in the stateroom, so you can call for room service, housekeeping, maintenance, and all that stuff. So I rarely needed his help for anything because he took care of us. That's how well he took care of us. But I didn't really need to come to him. The only time I really needed him on something, it was because the mattress that me and my wife had was way too soft. And for those who's been in the military for X amount of years, you know what I mean. We're so used to sleeping on hard surfaces, we can't sleep on soft mattresses because especially for me, it was killing my back. And then plus with my wife, she got injured in Iraq because her Humvee got hit by an IED and the Humvee flipped on her. And she was the driver. And her Humvee got hit by an IED, and I think she said that the Humvee flipped about 3 or 4 times before it actually stopped, and it went into a ditch. So because of that, she has major back problems. So yeah, the bed was way too soft. So I went to Lloyd. I said, hey Lloyd, the bed's way too soft. Is there any way you can give me a stiffer mattress? He's like, yeah, not a problem. And yeah, so, and this is what, day 3. I think day 3? Yeah, day 3 of the cruise is when I went to him. And this was during the morning when he was coming in he was cleaning other rooms. He was at another room before he got to mine. And I approached him about that. He said, yeah, not a problem. I was like, okay. He's like, and I asked him, I was like, how soon do you think you had it? He's like, it'll be soon. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. I got you. I was like, okay, all right, cool. And sure enough, me and my wife went up to the buffet, get something to eat, get some breakfast. We walked around a little bit, and right before even lunch even started, the bed was changed. The mattress wasn't stiff to my liking, but it was stiff enough to where my back stopped hurting. So that's another thing where you need cash. Take care of the housekeepers. Take care of them housekeepers because they bust their butt on those cruises to keep those rooms clean, make sure you have enough stuff in your bathrooms and everything. Make sure your beds are clean. Make sure your rooms are clean. All that good stuff. And Lloyd, he took care of me and my wife, bar none. I think even before he changed the mattress on our bed, I gave him a $20 tip because I just had a good feeling about him that he was good people. And I just something in my spirit told me to reward this man. I had the money, you know what I'm saying? It was not like I was hurting for money. So I gave him a $20 tip. That was just, I think that was the second day on the ship is when I gave him that. And when it was time for us to leave, to get off the ship to go back home, we talked and everything, and it was just something about him. I didn't want to leave the ship because of him, because that's how well he took care of us. He was that good of a housekeeper. I even gave him another $20 tip because he deserved it. He really deserved a $100 tip, but I got kind of silly with my money. Bought some stuff that I wanted. Not that I needed, but I wanted it. And I knew the stuff that I bought would have been more expensive if I bought it here at home than I did on ship. Because like I said in my previous videos, things were a little bit more cheaper to buy on ship because you don't have to worry about paying taxes or anything. And plus, there's an extra 15% discount on the stuff that you buy on the ship. Third topic, food, variety. Carnival, by far, I have to give it an overall, not outstanding. Well, the specialty dining, yes, outstanding. But the buffet bar, which you just don't have a buffet bar. You have a buffet bar, you have a deli bar, to where you get different types of subs created. You have your ice cream bar, where they only had 4 flavors. I think they had chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. Yeah, which made no sense. They had one machine had chocolate and vanilla. The other machine, and then in the middle, of course, you got the mix. You get the mix of both flavors. And then the second machine had chocolate and strawberry. So yeah, you have the ice cream bar. You have your salad bar, which you have a excuse me. Told you I'm sick. But anyways, you had the salad bar, which was not small at all. My wife used that a lot. She is a fruit eater. She loves eating fruit and everything. And then you have your pizza bar, which I don't care for that much. Their pizza kind of remind me of the old version of Little Caesars. If you remember Little Caesars back in the day before they actually stepped up their game, you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah. No. And then they had in the buffet area, you also had a regular bar, alcohol bar, to where you can get your little, your alcoholic beverages and monsters and stuff like that there. They also had other restaurants other than specialty dining. They had this place called Guy's Burger Joint, I think it's called. Guy's something. Burgers were outstanding. The fries were good too, but the only problem with the fries was they put way too much seasoning on their fries. And I'm the type of person that loves seasoning, but they put so much seasoning. When I ate a fry, I had to drink almost I had to drink down a half a glass of water just to be able to get that itchy, scratchy feeling out of my throat. The seasoning was not bad. It was just way too much. They put way too much seasoning. It was like that Cajun seasoned salt. It wasn't spicy. It's hard to explain, but my son, my oldest son, he probably would know what I'm talking about since he's a food critic. They put that Cajun, excuse me, seasoning onto their fries, which made the fries taste a hell of a lot better, but it just put too much in it. But overall, like I said, the food was good. You would have came off satisfied. You wouldn't come off lacking. You would want to go back for seconds and thirds. That's how good the food was. Like I said, it wasn't outstanding, but it was good enough to where you want to go back for seconds and thirds. Fourth subtopic, the excursions. The excursion. Me and my wife only went on to one excursion. We went to the excursion to where we went on a boat to where they had on the bottom of the boat, they had a glass bottom to where you could see the bottom of the sea. You can actually see the inside of the water. And the people the people that's from the Bahamas, that was showing us around while out in the water and everything. They were very funny, and and very knowledgeable. They told you about the history of the Bahamas, the do's and don'ts of what they can't go on in the Bahama waters. You can't fish out there. You can't just grab a boat and go out there and fish. If you did, you get hemmed up quick and a huge fine. You get hit up with a huge fine for it. There's a reason for that. I just do your research. If you want to know why they strict on that, just Google it. I'm pretty sure you'll run into videos that tell you why the Bahamas is strict when it comes to fishing out there in the Bahamas, because they don't even have corporations, no corporate businesses go out there to even fish on their land. They prohibit them from doing it, because other islands that let other corporations come on their islands and do the fishing, they end up destroying their ecosystem. So the Bahamas saw that and they say, nope, not happening here. So yeah, the excursions were worth it. It was worth it. Other topic, people on the ship. People on the ship, everybody was copacetic with everybody. Everybody was kosher with everybody. No one was excuse me. No one was being nasty towards anybody. I never ran across anybody being a complete butthole. Or a butthole, period. Everybody was being nice to everybody, which was very new to me. When you have a large portion of the same race in one area, of course, you're not going to run into many problems. But when you got different cultures and races of people and different personalities of people, you're going to run into problems. Didn't have that problem on the ship at all. Everybody was very nice and respectful. Even the people that got drunk. No one got... You know how when certain people get stupid drunk, they get loud and just ignorant? It's not like... the security on the ship was tight, but you didn't run into any problems that I saw that security was really involved in had to handle anybody. And so the people on the ship was very nice. The only time I ran into problems, well, I wouldn't say a problem. It was just the looks that I would get. And some of you that's married to, especially us black men, who's married to other race and women, you know what I'm about to talk about. My wife, which I don't know why she loves doing this, every time we walk together, she wants to hold my hand. And I mean, there's times I actually enjoy holding her hand, walking with her, and everything. But there's times like, baby, God, dog, stop tying. I feel like you tying me down by holding my hand. Stop holding my hand. You know what I'm saying? But almost every time we walking on the ship, she hold my hand. We walking like we looking like high school sweethearts and walking through the hallway at school and whatnot. We'll come across B-dubs, and I get that look. Which I don't know why I get that look. For one, most of the time, most black women don't look at me because I don't have the look that they want. I don't have that street look. I don't have that street personality. I'm not a street guy. Never was. I tried to be one. It just didn't feel right. This is when I was in high school because I was trying to, fit in because I didn't want to be an outcast. Yeah, and sometimes it got me into trouble trying to fit in with those people. I'm 51 years old. I don't need to be a street dude. Just like my one favorite YouTuber said, the Angry Man, if you think because I'm better than you, or I feel like I'm better than that, yeah, I am. I am better. I don't need to act that way. I don't need to be that way. Trust and believe. Just because I'm not a street dude, don't think I can't handle myself. So, yeah. But that was the only problem. I kind of laughed and snickered at it every time I saw a female just give me that look, that stupid ass. Excuse my language. That stupid look. Like they hating on because they see a black man with a white woman. It's like, there's plenty of other black men for you. Why are you tripping about me being with the woman I'm with? You know what I'm saying? Stop hating. Go get yours. I got mine. Go get yours. But anyways, I don't want to get on that topic for long. So, but like I said, overall, the people on the ship were very copacetic, very nice and respectful. Being able to unplug from the media. Now, I didn't think this would be a problem for me or whatever. Or I didn't think that, I don't know, right now I can't think straight because of my illness, but it was a blessing in disguise. I really needed it because when you go on ship, automatically you turn your phone on to airplane mode and you get on the ship's Wi-Fi. Now, there are Wi-Fi packages to where you can actually be able to get on YouTube, get onto your other streaming stuff, except for like Netflix, Hulu, stuff like that. But I didn't have access to my YouTube or any of my other political applications that I, watch from time to time when it comes to watching politics and all that. My mind mentally needed to be unplugged from that. And being on that ship for 5 days was a blessing in disguise. My mind was not able to go on YouTube and hear about the stupid political stuff that was going on and hearing about the stupid liberals junk that was going on. It was a blessing to be unplugged from all that, to be away from that. On ship, there are TVs on ship. Each bar, every bar had a TV, at least 2 or 3 TVs, big TVs, on their bars. But they didn't play no news, none whatsoever. All you saw was sports channels. They would play on one TV, it'd be cricket, and the other TV would be like ESPN, but they made sure they only put on certain shows. They were showing college football games, that they could get on the ship, and also NFL games. And then there was times they would show is it First Take or Get Up, one of the two. And it was nothing about that's all you saw was sports. So no news. I think that was very, very smart of Carnival to do that, so people can get away from hearing about any political BS that goes on, because that's the whole point. You're on vacation. You wanna relax and enjoy yourself. You don't want to hear anything about the stupid stuff that our so-called president ain't doing, or whatever stupid agenda that he wants to implement, or our senators or Congress people wants to implement, and all this other stupid mess. So it was a blessing that I was able to unplug my mind from that. I didn't realize how badly I was mentally stressed out until I was able to get away from that. And I mean, my stress level went from here down to here. So by the time I got back home and able to actually get back on to my regular stuff, my stress level didn't jump back up. It's just, right now, it's, excuse me. Right now, because of that, I'm able to put myself at a certain state to where I won't let myself get to that state again. Not to let these stupid politicians get to me, to stressing me out because of the stupid stuff that they doing. Lastly, debarkation. I didn't think this video was going to be that long. I apologize, but I think this is one of my longest videos that I've done on a vlog. Yeah, it is. It is the longest video. I think the other longest video is my gaming videos. That's been like an hour and a half plus. I think the longest one I did was what, 3 hours. I think that was one of my Division games videos. Lastly is debarkation. Debarkation, like I said, because I had Faster Fun, me and my wife were able to get off the ship a lot sooner before everybody else, the regular people that didn't have the diamond, the platinum, or didn't buy a suite or Faster the Fun package. So, yeah, you have you have the customs agents that comes on the ship, and all they want to see. And I'm hoping my oldest son, since we about to go to Puerto Rico, he get his head out of his butt and do this. All they want to see is your Carnival. No, not your Carnival. Doggone it. What was it? Yeah, your Carnival card and your picture ID. And what I mean by picture ID, it has to be, this is if you have it, your picture ID, your passport. So that lets them know that you are a citizen of the United States. If you don't have a passport, you got to have your birth certificate with a picture ID, like your driver's license or something like that. So it behooves you, trust and believe, it'd be much easier. Just get a passport. Doesn't matter if it's the card. If you're going over to Europe, you're going to need the booklet. But if you're going like to the Bahamas or to Mexico or something like that, all you need is the card. But me, what I did is I got both. I got the card and a booklet. My wife just has the booklet. So it behooves you to do that. Don't rely on just your birth certificate. Because who wants to carry around that birth certificate? If anybody knows, it is a pain in the butt to get. If you end up losing it or it gets destroyed, it's a pain in the butt to get another one. So if you got a birth certificate, go to your post office and set up. I think you go online to the post office website, set up an appointment to where you go down to the office, either to the post office or to your city hall, and they have a special department to where they actually do this type of stuff, to where you take your picture ID, which is your driver's license, and your birth certificate, and then whether how much it costs for the card or the booklet that you want to get, plus their fee, I guess, for the paperwork. They got to do a lot. They do a lot of paperwork. Anyways, you pay that, and what they do is they take a picture. They take a photo of your face, and then they put they develop the photo, and then they take your birth certificate and put it in an envelope, and they mail it to oh Jesus, I can't remember the department that handles passports. You guys know. They mail it to them, and they do whatever they do, and then once they do what they do, they mail you back your birth certificate with either your card or your booklet or both. So, yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of part 2 of my review of my me and my wife cruise to Nassau, Bahamas. Like I said, would I go on a Carnival cruise again? Yes, most definitely, I would. I'm gonna try to, but I want to go on Virgin. Why Virgin? Because Virgin is an all-adult cruise, no kids. So that means the shows can be a little bit more frisky, which is to my liking, because I hate people being PC. You got to be all politically correct because you got kids and stuff around, So, yeah. I think the next time me and my wife go on a cruise, I'm going to try to go on a Virgin cruise. I can't wait to go on to Puerto Rico with my son next year, so we can have a blast doing that. So, with that, you guys, once again, if you're going on a cruise anytime soon or even in the near future, just watch YouTube videos of this couple. Once again, they LifeWithUSTV. They give you a lot of good information, and plus they're entertaining to watch. So don't hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. And you guys take care. And thanks again for all the people that gave me birthday wishes yesterday. I appreciate it. It put a good warm feeling to my heart that people actually give a care about me. I know sometimes I don't care, but it is nice to know that people actually do care about you. So thank you for all those that gave me birthday wishes and everything. I love you for it. You guys take care. Peace.